How many days you suggest to somebody that does HIT? How many days you suggest to do a week? Should he do 4 or 5? What do you suggest?
You can train 4 or 5 times a week if you're not training hard. So in other words, if you really like to go to the gym and spend some time in there because you're bored and you're just going to get a pump, that's fine. 4 or 5 times a week, but don't expect any progress whatsoever. Remember, when you're training hard, your body needs just not just rest locally, your muscle needs to rest locally, but your entire system as an overall systemic recovery is very important. So when you train, you should always follow up with a day rest in between. So you're looking at it this way, got a day rest between, let's say you're working the next day again. So you got 3 days a week, got the weekend off. That's actually a pretty good way to train. And for the majority, most people can get very far with that. Now, as you get stronger, you might want to insert extra days off. It all depends on your own individual recovery ability. That's it.
So, how do I know that I train enough? Does my body needs to be all sore, or
how do you know whether you train hard enough?
Yeah,
or done enough
for those 3 days? Yes.
A lot of people always say that, "Oh, did I do enough? Was it enough?" Right? So that's why people continue to do more and more and more, because they're uncertain about what is enough. It's enough when you go into the gym, you do one set to failure where you can no longer move the weight. When you reach complete mechanical failure and mind failure, where you can't no longer lift the weight, even if I put a fucking gun to your head, and you cannot do another rep, period. Now, that being with strict form, of course. You're not talking about all of a sudden going into swinging movements and all that shit, because that's just going to cause injuries. And you already got to the point where you fail, you trigger that switch, that growth switch is now engaged. Now, go home.
So strict form, hard as you can.
Hard as you can, and beyond hard as you can. I mean, you got to be in a complete different mindset. You're looking at a one set, all out effort type of situation. There's no, let me do another set. Let me do another set. And when you have that mind frame that you have more sets coming, you naturally are not going to go all out in each one of those sets. So you're doing 3 half-ass sets, and those 3 half-ass sets are wasting time, not stimulating. You're not stimulating shit because you're doing the same thing. You got to stimulate. You got to progressively overload, and that's important. And you know if it's going the right way when you're getting stronger. If you're not getting stronger, you're either not training hard enough or you're training too frequently. And you're not training hard enough, it's time to change a fucking tampon.